Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much to everyone here who's supporting my channel, commenting, liking, subscribing. I really, really do appreciate you. And I love that this work is powerful. I know it's powerful. It does work. It will heal you faster than anything else. But let's not underestimate the damage that is done in narcissistic relationships. And there is always a healing process, right? But for a lot of us, it's been years and years and years, and there's no need for that, right? But even after, it's not just about getting away. When you get away, you've got to still process the unhealed emotions. A lot of that trauma is causing physical symptoms, autoimmune disorders, and other things in your body will need to cleanse and purge. And it's not the same as a typical green smoothie detox. You know what I mean? You've gone through an assault spiritually, physically, emotionally, psychically, often financially. So don't beat yourself up if you are still unhealed, but don't make. I've done a lot of work. I'm sharing bits of my story, and I shared something yesterday. I went through some really harsh things for long amounts of my life, right? But I also healed it. And I cleared it, and I don't. I'm not in that cycle anymore. I'm not anywhere near it. There's no narcissist in my life whatsoever. I'm sovereign in my power, sovereign in my authority, sovereign in my truth, sovereign in my abundance, sovereign in I get to choose the quality of my life. I get to choose who's in my life. I get to choose the joy in my life, the happiness. I am my own source sourcing from God, creation, the universe, of everything I want. If you want to join Sovereign, that's affordable. It's open. We're still going. You'll get the access to the course and the training in that for life, and access to the community. And I'm live in it, supporting people in the comments, and releasing modules and energy works and healings and stuff until April 17th. So do contact me. I'll put the link in the description. People asking about one-on-one. I occasionally do trauma release sessions with people, but I can't do many. So mainly I'm taking on now people for 6-week intensives. If you want to do that with me, that's a different cost to Sovereign. Sovereign is $555. One-on-one work is a different level of investment. So I'm trying to do as much as I can to give you as many tools as you can. If you people asking about coming into their power, look, if you listen to what I'm saying, I have an energetic transmission. It's gonna shift your consciousness, and I put tools in here all the time. So like, if you just listen and re-listen, you'll shift into your power. If you want to come and do a deep dive in Sovereign, come in. It's a beautiful experience. It's powerful. It's the most powerful stuff I know to heal the trauma, get you energetically strong, and start you manifesting, right? And that's a 6-module container. It's not a ton of work, but it is very effective. And obviously, if you really want to clear everything out and you're ready to really manifest other things, then one-on-one I have some availability on that. Other than that, there is absolutely nothing positive that the narcissist brings into your life. They're destructive energies, they're not supportive energies, and we've got to get out of the lie, the haze, the manipulation, psychic control that most of us are saying, because we've been breadcrumbed, we've been manipulated, we've been psychically kind of attacked, and now we're under the spell of the soul detached entity, that there are some positives to this. There were some magical moments. You get so conditioned in a narcissistic relationship because of what they're doing to you, not just psychically, not just emotionally, not just spiritually, but also chemically, that when you get a little bit of something that is really not that great, you get a high, a euphoria, right? So just because they were a bit nice or did something for you, probably something extremely not that great, you'll get a high. Your body's been conditioned into these highs and lows, right? I was saying in Sovereign, one of the trainings yesterday, about, in psychology, there's an experiment called Pavlov's dogs, right? And what they do is every time they feed the dogs, they ring a bell. And then after a fairly short amount of time, all they have to do is ring a bell and the dog starts salivating. So the narcissist conditions your body hormonally to be on this roller coaster and to have a positive high on tiny things that are not that are not things that in a connected, beautiful, authentic relationship would actually make you feel loved, right? You deserve to be loved and to love. We want to love people wholeheartedly, fiercely on this planet. It gives us so much joy to be safe, loving fiercely and generously and beautifully, and be loved. That is what we want as human beings. But with the narcissist, you've got this Stockholm syndrome. So they're basically putting you in misery, and then maybe they come home with something. Maybe you get some flowers or some chocolates, or maybe they say something nice, or you have this tiny window. You're getting an inappropriate high, right? Because I'm just saying inappropriate because it's not true. It's not authentic. It's literally chemically conditioned. So I do bring people back into their body to one, you've got to build emotional capacity. This is the work we do in Sovereign. And I do with my clients. And I'm sharing here, build emotional capacity, because your body will not release the emotions when it's overwhelmed, when it's stuck in PTSD. It hasn't got the capacity to release this yet, right? Once we've got energetically stronger and we've built capacity, and I have techniques where you can start understanding how you are staying in these emotional traps, then your body can start purging the emotions, releasing the emotions. When you release stuck emotions and trauma, then you're going to release other things in your body, other chronic conditions, because a lot of it is trauma related in these cases. Pretty much everyone that's been through narcissistic abuse for a long time gets physically sick in some way. Autoimmune, fibromyalgia, all sorts of things happen, right? It's no coincidence. Your body breaks down because, right, it's not designed to be in what's called fight and flight, which is the trauma response. So the narcissist is constantly shocking you. It's getting worse over time because they need you in the trauma response. And when you're traumatized, your body can't heal properly, right? So your body starts breaking down, because our fight and flight response, a trauma response, is really designed for, like, when we know there's external danger, and to give us the adrenaline and, like, you know, the energy to run and get ourselves away. But you ain't running in a narcissistic relationship. You're staying stuck, and you're staying stuck in trauma. And now your body cannot sustain this trauma response, the fight and flight response, the higher levels of stress and anxiety and ups and downs, complete dysregulation of nervous system. It is like any other physical assault. You can't see it in the same way. It is so bad for you, and it's got such bad effects. So I need you to know, one, the narcissist is a detached soul, but they're choosing. They consciously know they're smug. They are entitled. They think they're entitled to you. They think you are less than them, and have a lot of contempt for how much love you give them. They're impossible to love. They don't receive love in the same way, and they will not change. They don't change. They actually prefer the lifestyle that they're living, and they're living off your life force energy. They see every time you're hurt. They see your emotion, they see your pain, they know you're not happy. They've got no interest in you being happy in the long term. They've got no interest in harmony, no interest in resolution. All they like is chaos and drama, and they call it future faking, like building you up and breaking you down, building you up and breaking you down, because this dysregulates your nervous system and keeps you like a sitting duck. So you get so sick, so depleted, so not in your heart, so detached from your dreams and your soul and who you are, right, that you don't even try and get away. You don't even believe life is worth it anymore in the same way, right? They have nothing positive to offer you. Nothing. Whatever you tell yourself about the good times, they are an illusion. They're a master manipulator, a master magician in energetics. They use energetics. They are highly manipulative. They're attached to a consciousness that knows what you need. They know what to project, and they know how to build you up and shatter you. Build you up and shatter you. Don't play with yourself. Your emotional highs that you're getting sometimes, if you're like, maybe it's very passionate, maybe it's, you know what I mean? Like, they know what they're doing. And so many people think, well, yeah, I see it, but, and then later on, they're a wreck of themselves. They're completely not sovereign. They've lost their power. They're in a trap, because narcissists put you in traps financially, Often physically they isolate you from friends and family. There's lots of things I've talked about on that already. So you end up being trapped and dependent on them. You're like a source for them. They're not self-sourcing, and now you're a source to them, and they will shell you out until you're completely depleted of who you were, completely depleted of who you could be, completely depleted of your resources, your energy. And now you are becoming completely distorted. They are a distortion on the planet, a glitch in the matrix, and now you are distorted because you're not in your authentic power. You're not sovereign in any way. You're not connecting with the world, with other people, with yourself, right, anymore. You can't manifest in the same way when you've got trauma. They have nothing positive to offer you. Nothing. Anything that looks like it's positive is a manipulation tool designed to keep you confused in the two subconscious they've got more than that, but the two very dangerous subconscious programs they put as bugs in your system to keep you questioning, is this really a narcissist, and could this thing change? Right? Keeping you in the confusion, keeping you in the fog, keeping you like trying to make something real that doesn't exist, right? They have nothing positive to offer you. Whatever you think, it's because you get so distorted in these relationships, you forget you maybe never been in a relationship that's authentic and beautiful, but you know the kind of love you give, right? You know how you would want someone to feel. You know how special and generous and kind, and if you were allowed to be fully yourself and you felt completely safe and you felt in love, how beautiful you could make life, right? That is what is possible to receive. They have nothing positive to give. Even if you think, well, I'm doing it for money, you will find another way to make money when you get energetically strong, right? If you think, oh, the sex is good, then that's the hook that they use for a lot. They'll weaponize sex in some way. And I've done something else on that, and I can do more on that. Whatever it is that you think is the benefit of this relationship, it is absolutely not true. In fact, in a healthy relationship, those things that you think are so great about this are just, they're like the bottom of the, they're the bottom of it. They're the lowest level. The highest level is looking in someone's eyes when you make love that you know you could spend eternity and 10 eternities for. The highest things is knowing that you are so safe and supported and connected to someone that's got you. The highest thing is being totally understood, totally cared for, blown away by how sweet, how generous, how kind someone is. The things we think in a narcissistic relationship are the things we're staying for, are to a connected, beautiful, divine union, like the just everyday stuff. They're not even big. Big is someone who's present with you, who loves you, who cares for you, who just, you can feel like so taken care of, so supported, so decompressed, so understood, right? We've got to learn about relationship and connection. You're capable of this, especially if you've got empathy. The narcissist is incapable of this and will convince you that you should. I remember my last partner, absolute covert narcissist. That was my last round. Ding, ding, ding. I'm over all narcissists now. I'm healed. I've done my rounds. I've become an expert in it. But I mean, I went through a lot of it. I remember after our first breakup, he said to me, but the relationship wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible. I said, I don't think that's my standard for a relationship, just to be with someone where it's not terrible. I want love, I want joy, I want expression, I want connection, I want passion, I want intimacy, I want growth, I want trust, I want to improve ourselves together. Yeah, narcissists don't grow, by the way, they just stay the same. They never grow, there's no growth, and you start depleting, dying in yourself. Your body's breaking down, your emotions are breaking down, your heart's not open, you're not growing. You're not growing. You might go through ups and downs, you might have spurts of growth that looks like growth, but it's never sustainable because you're ultimately being depleted and your soul is screaming for you to connect, screaming for you to come home. So if you want to come home, join Sovereign. If you want one-on-one support, let me know, but it's limited on that, and I don't think I'm going to do one-on-one sessions, well, just one-off sessions at the moment. I'd prefer if you come into Sovereign or come into a 6-week. I'll keep posting, keep commenting. Don't mess with yourself. Don't kid yourself. It is an illusion, it is a lie, it is a manipulation. There is nothing positive about it. You are going through a complete assault that has terrible consequences long term. You can read all the comments here of people who are so sick, who have been through so much. And you can hear my stories, right? It doesn't get any better. It only gets worse over time. But over time, your crappy life gets normalized. Life gets crappier and crappier and crappier. And then your standard of living gets, your expectation for life, it just gets crappy. It just gets crappier and crappier and crappier. So you expect so little that when you get something tiny that is not even good, it's just normal, you think it's good and you get a high because you've been conditioned and your life's so crap the rest of the time that this is good. Let's set higher standards. Let's choose our true lives. Let's meet. Let's give the love. Let's get the love we give and give freely and fiercely and beautifully. So we expand in love, they expand in love, and stop pouring our most important life force energy, our love energy, on something that is just a dead entity. Can't grow. You pour love on anything else on this planet, just even on a plant, it grows, it thrives. That's science. Let's stop this. Let's wake up. All right, my loves, any questions, let me know. Lots of love. I'll speak to you soon.